Are you still tired after 8 hours of sleep? If you wake up already exhausted, hit a wall by 2 in the afternoon, foggy, cold, running on empty, no matter what you do, here's the part almost nobody tells you. For a lot of women, tiredness isn't a sleep problem at all. It's your cells deciding not to make energy on purpose to protect you. As a nurse who's lived with autoimmune fatigue for 25 years, I'll show you four hidden reasons you're still exhausted. The one lab most doctors never run, and why more sleep can't fix any of it. Because this is exactly where so many women get told their labs are normal and sent home. You keep getting told the same thing. Your labs look fine, get more rest. You go home and nothing changes. Everything looks fine and your body doesn't feel fine. So here's the reframe: being tired isn't the same as being sleepy. Sleepy is a sleep problem. Bone tired and foggy is an energy problem. You can sleep 9 hours and still wake up completely exhausted because sleep only helps if your cells can turn that rest into energy. So the real question isn't why you can't sleep, it's why your body isn't making energy. And the first answer surprised even me. The first reason is your cells may be doing this on purpose. I know it sounds strange, but true. Inside almost every cell, we've got our own power plants called mitochondria. Most people picture batteries that you can just recharge, but they do more than make power. They also stand watch. They sense danger, infection, inflammation, toxins, and even long stretches of stress. And when they sense a threat, they flip a switch from grow and repair to defend and survive. So your cells aren't broken, they're guarding you. They're rationing your energy the way you'd ration water in a drought on purpose because part of your body still believes it's under attack. For those of us with autoimmune disease, that alarm can stay stuck on for years. I lived there for over 20 years. I was told everything was normal and I got more exhausted. When you hear that long enough, you start disconnecting from your own body. You stop trusting what you're noticing. So, if rest isn't working, it may be that your cells are still standing guard. So, what are they guarding against? The first suspect gets missed constantly. The second reason is that your iron might be hiding. You might think your iron is fine because they've checked it, but this is one that a lot of doctors miss. Iron carries oxygen to every cell, and without enough of it, your cells can't make energy. But here's the twist: when your body is inflamed, and autoimmune bodies almost always are, it raises a hormone called hepcidin that locks your iron away in storage. It does that to starve out invaders because germs need iron too. Smart short term, but when the inflammation never quits, your iron stays locked up while your cells sit there gasping and your tank looks full. This is why your standard test fools everyone. The usual marker is ferritin, and ferritin can read normal or even high when you're inflamed because it climbs with inflammation. So it looks fine on your labs while your cells can't get the iron. Beside it, ask for transferrin saturation. Transferrin saturation shows how much iron is actually available to use. You can be starved with a normal ferritin and nobody caught it. I know how that goes because I've lived it. It took me years to find someone who would finally run the labs to figure out what was going on in my body. And one thing before you reach for a supplement: if inflammation is locking your iron away, iron pills alone won't fix it. And for some women, they leave the gut actually worse. The smarter move here is calming the inflammation and testing the right way, which is what I walk through in my free autoimmune relief and energy workbook. It's linked below with the labs that are worth asking for. Now, reason three is one you think you understand. And there is a piece you've never heard. Reason three is one you think you understand, and there's a piece you've never heard. So the third reason is that your thyroid may be running, but it's blocked. Your thyroid sets the speed that every cell works at. When it's low, you feel cold, heavy, foggy, and tired. But here's what gets missed a lot. Even when your thyroid labs come back normal, your body makes a storage form of thyroid hormone called T4. Under stress or inflammation, instead of turning that T4 into the active hormone your cells can use, your body can stunt it into an inactive twin called reverse T3. And reverse T3 is sneaky. It parks right on the thyroid receptor, like a key that fits in the lock but won't turn. And it blocks the real hormone from getting into the cell. So picture it. You've got the hormone in your blood. Your thyroid number looks fine. Your doctor says you're normal. But at the cellular level, the door is blocked and your metabolism keeps running slow. That's why some women feel every bit hypothyroid, but their labs say they're not. For me, the signs were everywhere, but nobody connected it. I was cold all the time, had a puffy face. I was losing the hair on my eyebrows and arms, but it was waved off because my number was normal. Granted, on the high side of normal, but it was still normal. And the one thing that I've learned is that your body will often whisper before it screams. And those hypothyroid signs are the whisper. Reverse T3 is worth asking your provider about, especially if you're stressed, inflamed, or treated for thyroid and still dragging. And the last reason ties us all together. The fourth reason is an old virus that may have woken back up. Most of us carry a virus called Epstein-Barr. It's the virus behind mono, and once you've had it, it never really leaves. It hides quiet in your cells for life. Most of the time, that's fine. But under enough stress, broken sleep, or immune chaos, it can flicker back on. And when it does, your immune system heads back to war and floods your body with inflammatory messengers called cytokines. And these cytokines send your brain one clear order: slow down, rest, and pull back. Scientists have a name for that feeling. It's called sickness behavior. It's the same wiped out, don't want to move feeling you get with the flu. And it makes sense when you're fighting something. The problem is when the war never ends. Then you feel that drain every single day with no fever to explain it. That right there is the tiredness sleep never fixes. And this one is personal. Years ago, I got diagnosed with chronic fatigue from high Epstein Barr numbers. They were through the roof. And a specialist basically told me to live with it. And that was not any help. But this is how I got into integrative and functional healthcare solutions. I researched and I found these solutions. And once I knew the virus was driving my fatigue, everything changed. Because instead of chasing more sleep, I started calming what my immune system kept reacting to. Look at what these four really are: a stuck alarm in your cells, iron locked away by inflammation, thyroid blocked at the door, and an old virus keeping your immune system at war. They're not four separate problems, they're four versions of the same one. A body that still thinks it's under threat, so it rations your energy just to survive. Remember at the start when I said your cells can decide not to make energy on purpose? That's it. Your body isn't broken, it's burdened. And your energy comes back when the burden comes down, not when you pile more sleep onto a body that's still on guard. And one nurse note here before we finish. This is to help you understand your body, not replace your provider. Deep fatigue can come from serious things as well. So, if yours comes with chest pain, real breathlessness, fainting, very heavy periods, or fast weight changes, please get that checked out. Don't sit on it, and don't stop or change any medication on your own. Bring these things to a provider who will test with you, especially with autoimmune thyroid or gut issues. Now, before you go, I want to hear from you. Of these four, the stuck cells, the hidden iron, the blocked thyroid, or the old virus, which one felt like it was describing you? Put that in the comments below. I really do read them, and your story helps the next woman who scrolls past. And if this finally gave you words for something you felt for years, hit like and subscribe. And also share it with a woman who keeps getting told her labs are normal. Well, she knows something is truly off. She truly needs this one. And that free autoimmune relief energy workbook is waiting in the description below for you. It's the same lab list and first steps I wish someone had handed me 20 years ago. Remember, your body isn't broken, it's burden. And when you understand those burdens, you can finally begin supporting your body in the way it's needed all along. And please take care of yourself because you deserve to feel better. And remember, we're all in this together. I'll see you in the next one.